Sup? Sup, guys? Welcome to Appu in Wonderland once again. I'm quite agitated and I'm trying to remain calm. This again is another unexpected recording. This one wasn't planned one bit. And I felt like, I need to record this and try and share the chaos going on in my mind in an organized manner. This is going to be a very tough subject to deal with. Again, there is nothing scripted about this, and I just have few points lingering around in my mind, and I hope I can put it together and it would make sense, and I hope it would be reasonably long. So, like I was saying, I'm quite agitated at the moment and I'm trying to calm myself down, and I think part of the process is making this recording so I can capture my frustration in a constructive manner. So I just finished watching this news clipping on Facebook, and thinking about it is driving me nuts. I'm not going to get into what it is, what the content of the news was, but it was one of those mainstream media channels putting out some, what I say, propaganda. So the world we live is definitely a difficult time, because we live in an age of information, and there is so much of information out there that what is real, what is not real, what is propaganda, what is truth, what is not a lie, but what is not yet truth, we don't know. Yeah. So I'm not gonna tell you what is true or not true. Yeah, I don't want to ever do that in Appu in Wonderland. Through Appu in Wonderland, I hope to share what I have learned over the years about the world we live in. That's all. And of course, I would share my experiences and my choices and stuff like that. But I will never try and say what one should do or not do. So I'm not going to get drifted again, and I'm trying to focus. I'll try to focus on the matter at hand. So I was trying to tell you guys that I just finished watching this news clipping, which in my opinion, is bloody propaganda. And I want to pause here and ask all of you guys, everyone listening to this right now, yeah, if you're listening to me, tell me how much of what you really know is first-hand information. Yeah. What I mean by first-hand information is something that you have looked at it, something that you have, tried and tested and experimented and, whatever. And you have verified it and integrated it as a part of your belief system. This is my question. Yeah. And this is the question. Yeah. And for every topic we discuss here, this particular question would apply. How much of you really know is first-hand information? You would be surprised. if you really start digging about each and every fact that forms your bloody belief system, you will recognize, you will realize maybe 95%. Okay, I will, not 95%, I will give it 90%. 10% of what you really know is first hand information, which you have realized through experiments or your own experience. Yeah, which you know like day and night is true because you have experienced the truth. Tell me, how much do you think you really think that you know and is part of your belief system is first hand information? And I challenge you guys that at least 90%, okay, I'm going to reduce it a little more, 85% of what you know and you form an idea, you form a belief system. Yeah, this is how the world works, this is what happens here, this is what happens here, this is how science works, this is how an atom looks like, this is how an electron looks like. Have you guys seen an electron? Have you any of you used a bloody microscope and looked at a piece of atom and saw its electrons and protons and neutrons? Yeah, we believe all of this thing is made of atoms and electrons and protons, but have you guys really seen it with your own bloody eyes? How many of you have seen it? Okay, I'm not challenging, I'm not questioning if an atom or an electron is there or not. Yeah, but I'm just using this as an example. Yeah, this is something we learn from school, that things are made of atoms and molecules and all that stuff, and blah 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 blah, it is made of all these things. But how many of us have taken the effort to verify this fact which is there in our head? Yeah, a lot of actions stems from the fact that we learned everything is made of atoms and electrons and protons and blah blah blah. So again, I'm not challenging if this is true or not true, but I'm just pointing out at a fact, and so the fact that for most of us this information is second hand. Yeah, at least 90% of the people listening to me right now, for us this information is second hand. Yeah, we haven't verified this for ourselves. And so is the case for most of our belief systems, most of the facts that build our belief systems. And in my experience, one day when I realized this, I realized this very young when I was playing a bloody video game. Yeah, I realized that, how manipulative information is, like a chain reaction at the end of the game when they reveal the twist. And me as a character, like when I'm playing video games, I'm the character, I'm not bloody me. Yeah, I'm the character in the game and experiencing everything that the game takes me through. So at the end of the game throws a really wicked twist at me, and I and that young age, it occurred to me how crucial information is and how we can be easily manipulated simply by giving us information, like I want you to go to some party, and I know your particular characteristics, who you are, what you do, what you like, blah blah blah. If I have this information and if I have enough power, I can easily manipulate you to go to that party. It's not very hard. And so what I was coming to say was, I realized I realized this, the power of information. The power of information is way beyond we can imagine, and what we believe is to be true and not true can drastically affect the actions we take. And that is the basis of propaganda, guys. Like a lot of information that forms our belief structure is second-hand information. And in my experience, when I started digging into these, like my worldview, my belief structures, how society works, how politics works, how economics works, what is science, what are these academians really doing out there, um, what are their roles in our current social order. And when I started digging into these basic ideas which form the core of my belief systems, I found so many inconsistencies. And I realized that, like how I'm challenging you guys, saying that what you believe, most of it is second hand information. And when I realized that myself, I was open, the world just blew open for me with infinite possibilities. Suddenly the dim looking, sad, grim world exploded into a dimension of possibilities. I suddenly realized, so much of what I know is true, not true, and so much of what we are being told is not true. And we can easily, do things, to make things better. Yeah, I'm really frustrated, guys. I'm really frustrated. So I don't want to break this flow. So, I mean, this is the very basis of Appu in Wonderland, challenging what we think is true. Yeah, I'm not here again to say this is true or this is not true. I'm just here to challenge your belief systems. Yeah, I'm just here to challenge all those second-hand informations. I'm just here to challenge and invoke a spirit in you guys to go and look for yourself. Stop being lazy. Go and look for yourself. You guys are being fooled. Your lives can be much better if you guys just, realize the mind prison we are all in, and just go and look for yourself. Like I said, we live in a world of information. There is so much of information available to us. There has never been such a time in this entire planet, okay, maybe in our known times, that the entire I can just look upon anything from the tip of my hands. Such power lies in my hand, yet there is so much of ignorance, and it makes me very sad. And whatever might be the reason, there is ignorance. It's time for it to go. It has to go. If things has to be better in this world, if our children's life has to be better tomorrow, there has to be actions taken, from a point of not ignorance, but from a point of consistent, informed action. It should be these actions. When there is knowledge, when there is information, when you know what is true or not true from the bottom of your heart, when you feel, the thing about truth is you can feel truth. Yeah, unlike lies. Okay, this might be bullshit. Okay, I'm not going to talk about this. I'm going to stay strictly materialistic in this physical realm. Yeah, I don't want to get into any of this spiritual realm and, bore the shit out of people who don't understand it. So I'm going to strictly stay to this physical realm, and I'm still questioning your belief system, which is formed from bloody second-hand information. And I am challenging you that when you go and start looking at the way things are for real, you would be surprised. There is a phrase in psychology in this division called NLP, neuro linguistic programming. It is a area in psychology. They have this concept, stating that the map is not the territory, meaning the map can never capture territory. That is to say that I don't know if it makes sense to you guys, but go check it out. What it means, what it means by that. What it means by the map is not the territory. So I think I'm gonna stop this small rant right now. I feel a lot better since I channeled my frustration in a little constructive manner, I suppose. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the night ahead. Until next time.